You are now watching The Lone Blown. Blown! Use code The Lone Blown to save when you're registering for Hyperlux events. It will save you on your registration, and there's some large prizes. Be sure to check it out. Yo, what's poppin' YouTube? You're back here at The Lone Blown. I'm The Lone Blown, aka Zach Lesage. What is up? We are here with the Vikavolt V deck profile heading into the Atlas POG later on this week. Vikavolt V is one of the most hyped cards from Darkness Ablaze with its paralyzing bolt that often draws parallels to Seismitoad EX. We already know how strong that card can be with item lock, but is Vikavolt stronger? I'd arguably say yes. In this particular format, we have access to Electro Power, we have access to Thunder Mountain Prism Star, Speed Lightning Energy, and Tapu Koko Prism. So we got a bunch of really cool lightning type support cards that make this deck absolutely insano. So what does this deck really aim to do? Well, you paralyze your opponent, or use Paralyzing Bolt. Jeez, Paralyzing Bolt all the time, stopping your opponent's items. You want to disrupt them with cards such as Crushing Hammer and Team Grunt, so we can stop their resources from just like their energies from piling up. They can stop their attacks. Use Super Zap Cannon when you either need to take out a Pokemon or you need to do a large amount of damage. We have other Pokemon in the deck, such as Absol, that allow us to give our opponents an extra retreat cost. They might not be able to get that Jirachi out of the active spot. We have the Dedenne-GX, which allows us to search for, which allows us to kind of not search for our deck, but gather more cards into our hand by pitching our hand away. One copy of Raichu and Alolan Raichu-GX. I'm really tentative on playing this card in the deck, and the reason why I play it is because we have Guzma-Hala. So we have a tag call engine, which allows us to search out the Raichu and Alolan Raichu-GX. So we could paralyze our opponent in a pinch, or we could use Lightning Rai-GX. Solid attack options, especially when we could power them up quickly, but it is something to be considered. Tapu Koko is mainly so we could power up our Vikavolt V as quickly as the first turn, but it can also be used to power up Dedenne-GX, which can attack in this deck, or the Raichu and Alolan Raichu. I do have a Jirachi engine in this deck. We got to give it one last hurrah, because Escape Ward does rotate out when we switch to Team Up on. So just grabbing item cards, making sure that we get those Crushing Hammers, those Quick Balls, whatever we need. Marshadow is pretty much a must in a deck that plays Thunder Mountain Prism Star. The reason for that being is that we can always use our Thunder Mountain Prism Star if our opponent has a Chaotic Spell in play. I went for a Crushing Hammer out. I know that most decks go for some flip or another, whether it's Turbo Patch or Crushing Hammer. I don't necessarily know if this deck has room for Turbo Patch, so it is something to be considered. Just because there's not enough energies that I think that you can get back. Could be completely wrong on that. I like the Crushing Hammer variant for this specific event, because it works well with the speedy deck. Electro Power so that we could scale Paralyzing Bolts, and we could also scale Super Zap Cannon on Vikavolt V. Remember, you can attack with the Dedenne-GX, Raichu Alolan Raichu-GX, and even Tapu Koko Prism Star in a pinch. Quick Ball so we can get our Lightning Energies into Scar Pal for Tapu Koko Prism Star, so that we could kind of just like get set up. Reset Stamp, item lock plus Reset Stamp sounds absolutely bonkers. Let's go for it. We got 4 copies of Switch. It's going to be really helpful because Vikavolt V does have a large amount of retreat costs, and Jirachi's going to put itself asleep with Stellar Wish. 3 copies of Tag Call. We can grab our Cynthia Caitlyn. We can grab our Guzma-Hala. We can grab our Raichu Alolan Raichu-GX, making the deck very consistent. Thunder Mountain Prism Star. Really the reason why we play Guzma-Hala is because we can search out multiple things at once, but it does grab us an energy, and it does grab us a Thunder Mountain Prism Star. Guzma-Hala just sounds absolutely busted, so Thunder Mountain Prism Star works because it's a lightning type deck. I mean, it works in all angles. Boss Orders is so that we could bring up our opponent's stuff whenever we want to. Cynthia Caitlyn, we can get back a supporter card if necessary. We only play 2 copies of Boss's Orders, so we can get that back. We also draw cards, can discard things as well, so pretty solid choice that you could grab it off a Tag Call. Guzma-Hala allows us to grab everything that we need for the combo. Malolana gives us some healing and an additional switch effect, especially if we're under some kind of item lock or against a control variant. Got a few copies of Marnie here. I think Marnie's probably one of the better supporters we could play in this deck. Just we could disrupt our opponent's hand to 4 cards and item lock them. A couple copies of Team Grunt so we could juggle our opponent's energies back to their hands. Works really well with Crushing Hammer. You could always get it back with Cynthia Caitlin. A couple copies of Skateboard, which seems great for Jirachi. And I cut the counter energy, or the counter gain, I should say, just because counter gain I didn't find really worked with the Vikavolt V well. That might be my own personal findings. Be prepared to do your own testing as well. I've posted like 3 or 4 Vikavolt videos, so check those out. Got Capture Energy, so as long as this card's attached to a Pokemon, it provides colorless energy. We can search out things such as Tapu Koko Prism Star. Speed Lightning works miraculously with Guzma and Hala, and it allows us to make our deck a little bit more consistent, and we have enough lightning energies to make this deck work. So we got a solid Vikavolt V deck. What else can we do? Now that we have PTCGO live with Darkness Ablaze, as you can see, let's give this deck a try on the ladder for a couple games at least. See what's going on with the Vikavolt. Will it Paralyzing Bolt our opponent to death, or will this bug get stopped? I don't know. Subscribe as well so you can stay tuned for more Pokemon content. Okay, let's jump into it. Okay, so we won the coin flip. That's pretty cool. I think we probably do want to end up going first. Just giving us an extra turn to attach the energy to the Vikavolts. And no basics for us. Yikes. Okay, let's see what we can get in our next opening hands. Okay. Did get the Vikavolts. Didn't get the energy in our hand, but maybe we could top deck one. That'd be really sweet. Otherwise, we can go for a Dedenne-GX here. Yeah, let's just go ahead and quick ball first before we do anything else. I'm just going to discard a Marnie since we got 2 of those. Yeah, I'm just going to grab the Dedenne-GX. Let's look through our prize cards. We should be okay. We did prize both of our capture energies, which is a little weird, but that's okay. Come on, energy, come on! Let's go. So there's our energy. I might as well... maybe I should have given myself a little bit more. I'm just going to pass here, just in case. We need to get an extra card to discard. So we'll just pass. Absol would have been nice, but I mean, I don't think our opponent's going to necessarily retreat. So we'll see what they do. I don't know if this is going to be Combo Zacian or Zacian ADP. Yeah, there's Zacian ADP. It's a bit of a weird matchup. We do have the Crushing Hammers. You can see we have the Team Grunt as well. But with the amount of ways that they have to get energies, or they likely have to get energies, we probably don't want to use Team Grunt unless we top deck an energy this turn. There's the switch. Okay, and they're going right for the research. Ooh, nice full art Crobat V there. It's a hype looking card. There's their air balloon. Don't know if I'd necessarily put the air balloon on that one. I don't know if they're going to be able to get out of the active position really easily. They might just go for a Dedenne-GX here if they didn't get an energy. I mean, Pokemon's a scripted game at the moment. I'm very excited for rotation. It feels a little bit better at the moment. Rotation feels a little bit better than we have going into the Atlas POG. But that's okay. We got to live with the format that we have going for us. They're going through a lot of resources here. So they're going to grab another Zacian V, play that down, and they're going to rip this hand away with the Dedenne-GX, discarding another switch. They want to use all their items this turn because we could really throw our opponent in a loop. There's another Metal Saucer. Okay, I'm glad that they split it. And there's a Metal Energy. I'm cool with that too. And depending on how many energies, if they get any... Yeah. It's a yikes there. Let's go... Yeah, we gotta go Guzma Hala anyways. So let's go search our deck for 2. We're gonna keep the Crushing Hammer in our hands. So let's grab these 3. We're gonna go Speed Lightning before we do anything else. Take those. Let's go for Crushing Hammer. Let's see if we hit it. Tails, that's a little rough. But what can we do about that? There's no reason not for us not to play the Thunder Mountain down. Yeah, our opponent's probably very happy about that. So there's a Paralyzing Bolt. I mean, they're probably going to go for the Altered Creation GX this next turn anyways. Yeah. And UR Energy would just, our Thunder Mountain would just get put away. But that's okay. We had to play it anyways because they had Chaotic Swell. I mean, we could have gone Marshadow against it, but reasonably, I think they would have just waited until they had it. They're just getting a lot of resources, probably because they had a lot of item cards in their hands. Okay, so they did get the Water Energy, and they couldn't use Energy Spinner to grab it anyway, so... There's the Altered Creation. Do we go for the knockouts? I don't know. Let's play an Electro Power regardless. Let's go Crushing Hammer, see if we can get a heads. Nope. Grrr. See what we can get off this one. So we did not get a second Electro Power, which means that we're doing 220. 220 plus 50 is not enough. So let's do there. Let's attach our energy, and let's go Paralyzing Bolts. Because our opponent's not going to be able to knock us out. So maybe they didn't get an energy. I mean, a Crushing Hammer surely would have been really nice. We could have stopped them from using Ultimate Ray. Could have stopped them from doing a lot of stuff. But so far we've played 3 Crushing Hammers and we have not reached a single one. Our opponent's not going to be getting the knockout on this Vikavolt V this turn, which is kind of nice. But it doesn't mean we're in a good position at all here. I do not feel very good about this game. Because they're going to have 2 Zacian Vs fully powered up. Okay, let's go Tag Call here. They can get the knockout. Let's go Guzmahala, discarding these 2. Just search our deck for these 2, and we can attach an energy here. Do we want to take the knockout? Pretty sure we want to just draw 3 prize cards. Now, that doesn't necessarily put us in a great position. Let's just go for the Tapu Koko Prism Star. And we're going to go Super Zap Cannon. I'm going to discard just that energy so that we could... I want to discard one of the basic energies just so we can get it with the Koko Prism Star, in case they decide to attack the other one, or decide to knock out Dedenne-GX or something like that. So, I mean, maybe we'll be able to Crushing Hammer the energy off the Zacian V. I mean, I think we're behind, and we effectively were not able to stop our opponent for a turn. But that's why Zacian ADP is one of the best decks that we have in the current formats. I mean, all of that plan's probably not going to happen anyways at this point. But we'll see. So our opponent got a Metal Saucer there. Our opponent should just attach an extra energy to the one on the bench as well. Yeah, I'm thinking this game is going to be really difficult for us to win. They are running out of cards pretty quickly. We don't play Bellaba. I'm trying to think. We can go to Dedenne-GX and maybe stop them from doing something for a turn. But they're going to draw 3 prize cards there. Okay, let's see what Jirachi brings us. We can attack for... We can only attack with the Vikavolt. So let's go ahead and try that. Let's go Quick Ball, discarding this. We're going to search our deck for a Dedenne-GX. We're going to try to remove as many energies as we can from the Zacian V and getting a knockout. So let's go Tag Call, grabbing some cards out of our deck. Let's reset stamp our opponents. Let's go ahead and Dedenne-GX them. So far we can remove 0 energies, and we don't have the Electro Power. But let's see what Stellar Wish brings us. So we do need Electro Power in order to even take the knockout on the active. We got to try to get a Crushing Hammer here. So I'm going to put down the other Jirachi. Let's retreat into it. See if we can go 0 for 4 with Crushing Hammers. Am I right? Of course. So we automatically lose this game at this point. Yeah, our opponent's probably a little happy about that. So let's switch back here. Would have worked out wondrously. But whatever, we brought it down to where we were probably a turn away from winning the game, or a turn away from bringing the game back into our position. One prize card left, but against Zacian ADP, especially when we miss 4 Crushing Hammers, that's all we got. So we'll give our opponent the well played. They're going to Brave Blade us, and we're going to move on to another game, see if we could make the deck work a little bit better for us. Those heads. Okay, so we're going to call the coin flip. Let's go for heads. We won the flip. Let's go. Would we like to go first? I think we will. No basics again. Are we going to get a basic Pokemon in our hand? I'm not really sure. Okay, let's shuffle that hand back into the deck, and we're looking to start with Raichu. Okay, that's not the worst. It ain't the worst. Let's see what our opponent flips up against us. I actually don't mind our hand. It would be nice if we could get a Vikavolt. Maybe we'll talk like a quick ball. Okay, maybe our opponent's playing Eternatus. I'm not sure. Just gonna go Speed Lightning. Might as well put the Tapu Koko down. Let's go ahead here and pass. So we'll see exactly what our opponent decides to do here. There's a Zigzagoon. Yeah, it looks like they got to be playing Eternatus. I just feel it. Gotta watch out because they have the Evil Admonition out in play. Maybe they're going to try to get out a turn 1 Yveltal GX on us. That'd be pretty spooky. Crobats. Sure, that's probably not what they were looking for. Maybe it is, though. I'm not sure. Okay. So 3rd damage counter on us. Yikes, they're getting close with that. Okay, reset stamp. Our hand's a little big. Not like it was, like, fantastic. This isn't terrible, it's just not what we're looking for. We might just go Quick Ball, see exactly what we can get going on with like a Vikavolt, and just try to like item lock our opponent. I think that'd be pretty cool. Okay, so they're going to hit us for 30. We're at 60. Who are they going to attach the energy to? Okay, got it. Let's go Electro Power. At this point, I'm pretty cool with just discarding the Alolan. Let's go Vikavolt. Don't really care about the tag call. Is the tag call going to get it for us? No. So let's go ahead here and just pitch this hand away. So we do have Thunder Mountain. We do have Jirachi. Let's go switch, send this up. Let's go Yell Grunt. Let's yeet this energy back to their hands. And hit them with Paralyzing Bolts. So, our opponent can't play any items. Got their energy put back into their hands. What are they going to do? I mean, that's a pretty good way to get rid of our Thunder Mountain Prism Star. But let's see what our opponents got going on in their hands. Got the Eternatus VMAX. For a second I was like, oh dang, I think they could actually knock us out. But we did take their energy away, and that's one of the biggest strengths for this deck. It might not have worked last game against this Asian ADP, but our opponent did just pass, and we effectively gained another turn because of it. Why is this tough? Why is this tough? Why is this tough? Let's go Cynthia Caitlyn. Gotta discard that. I don't want to remove our energy in case that becomes a thing. And I'm gonna get Marnie back. Even though we would have got so many. Looks like the best thing that we can do is just Paralyzing Bolt our opponents. So they're at 130. Still not within range of a knockout, but 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. They need to get a Pokemon on their bench and an energy, which I don't think is going to be too hard. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. That is enough to knock us out. So not our most golden moments, but we could be okay here. It is possible. Okay, let's go Guzmahala, discarding away a Lightning Energy, because that gets our second one. And let's discard Guzmahala, because we probably won't need that again. We're going to go a Skateboard and a Capture Energy. There's nothing else we could play, because we only play one stadium in this deck. But that's not too bad. Let's go ahead here and go Capture Energy onto Raichu. We are going to search our deck for Vikavolts. And let's go for Dance of the Ancients here. So we're all fully powered up for our Raichu. Let's see what Stellar Wish brings us. Yeah, reasonably, we're just gonna have to go Crushing Hammer. So let's go Escape, Crushing Hammer, and we are gonna go ahead and paralyze this Eternatus VMAX. So we're not getting the knockouts. And they might have 100,000 different ways around this. They might knock it out, put themselves down to 2 prize cards, whatever. Yeah. So they're going to be able to knock us out. We are in a predicament here. This seems tough. But we can get the knockouts with Paralyzing Bolts, which is nice. It's not bad. It's just with all these Hoopas that our opponent plays, they'll be able to do more damage to us than we do to them. Don't know particularly why they're powering up their other Hoopa. Probably their hand just wasn't great enough. But we'll see exactly how our turn plays out. We might be able to steal this game still. Okay, so we're going to start off by sending up Jirachi. And the Crushing Hammer to us largely doesn't matter that much. Let's just get rid of some of their energy in play. We're going to go Marnie. We did get an energy. We did get an Escape Board. Are we able... or a Reset Stamp and an energy. Let's see what Stellar Wish brings us. Okay, so we're only going to be able to get 2 prize cards anyways. Let's just go for a switch. We are at 290. I just want to confirm that we are going to get the knockout. We're grabbing a switch because we could always switch into our Jirachi. So our opponent with a very low amount of cards in their hands might just struggle here. Especially when they're under item lock. So let's go Paralyzing Bolts. We're going to draw 2 prize cards due to the Black Market Prism Star. Looking for our Marshadow is really what we're looking for here. But I really don't see what our opponent's going to do with 1 card in their hand. They can only play items. And they have to discard some cards off their bench too. They could hit us for 50 damage with their Hoopa. Okay, there's a Dark Energy on their Eternatus. Evil Admonition for 50. Okay. So let's go switch here to Jirachi. I don't want to go Marnie, though. It's the biggest issue. Let's go grab a couple cards off of that. See what Stellar Wish brings us. No, we have the Dedenne in the deck because we literally have one there. Let's go a Skateboard right there. Quick Ball away this. Still got a couple copies of Boss Orders. So, I mean, it's possible. Let's go Crushing Hammer. Nope. Let's go Tag Call, grab some extra cards out of our deck. There's nothing in there. Probably should have double-checked that, but regardless, it doesn't matter. Okay. Let's go Quick Ball away our Tag Call, because it's not going to do anything anyways. We don't have access to the Marshadow. So, let's just retreat. 1, 2, 3, 4. The issue that I have here is our opponent's actually going to be doing more damage to us. Let's just Boss Orders up this. See what our opponent does. I mean, we're kind of stuck. We don't have our Marshadow. We don't... Yeah, they're just going to pass. Let's just go for Paralyzing Bolt here. Probably shouldn't have put that Vikavolt down. I don't know why I did that. That was a big mistake. Because now even if we get the Marshadow, we can't even use it. Got an Absol, I mean, not punished yet. We're punished by not having the Marshadow, but we're particularly not punished by not getting the Marshadow out of the discard pile. So there's 90. I mean, our opponent's down to 1 prize card. I think this is if they have a basic, if they have a dark energy attached to them. So let's just go Yell Grunt. Dark energy back to their hands. I mean, it doesn't matter. We're gonna lose the game anyways. So we just gotta go Super Zap Cannon. Maybe our opponent won't put the 2 and 2 together. Yeah, they should just send up the Hoopa and go Evil Admonition. We'll give them Well Played. We brought it kind of close, but losing the Marshadow really hurt us. I don't know why our opponent's going for a Great Ball, though. They have Win in hands. It's one of these things where, like, maybe our opponent will make a mistake and we'll be able to take the game from them. They might just be like, oh, we're out of item lock, let's go for the Eternatus VMAX. They might attach the energy there and go pass. That could give us an opening to win the game. There's their energy. Maybe they're realizing now. So what I recommend doing whenever you're playing PTCGO is just, like, make sure, like, when you realize that you're going to win the game, just go for the win. Don't do anything extra, because that's what leads into situations where either your opponent gets upset or you make mistakes. But that's fine. We lost. So as you saw, we struggled a little bit with this deck in terms of setup or our prize cards or flipping on the Crushing Hammers, but that's what Best of One can do to you. On the other hand, had we flipped a few more Crushing Hammer heads, or if we got into a little bit of a better hands, we might have been able to turn those losses into wins. I know it's one of those things, if it happened, or thinking about, like, what the potential is, but overall, I think that this is one of those things where Vikavolt V is a strong deck. It didn't necessarily live up to the hype during those games, but it seems like it's a worthwhile deck to consider, There are other Vikavolt V decks that I've covered on this channel, whether it's Amoonguss, whether it's Crabominable, whether it is just like a straight up list. Maybe the Crushing Hammer list is not the best list. I really thought it would work well for this metagame, but maybe we got to go back to the drawing board a little bit. I still would consider Vikavolt V highly. It's probably one of the best decks heading into this event. That being said, I really appreciate you watching this video up until this point. Remember to subscribe for more great Pokemon TCG channel. It's that little button below the video. And be sure to give this video a thumbs up too if you liked it. That being said, I do got a jet, but thanks so much for watching. Have yourself a great one. Bye. Really hope that you enjoyed watching that video. I totally enjoyed making it. If you enjoyed it, be sure to like the video, share the video with everyone that you know, and subscribe to the channel as well. Totally appreciate all the support. We got a lot of cool things happening on the channel, so stay tuned for more. Be sure to check out the social links in the description. Thanks and have yourself a great one.